Hey kids, welcome back to another episode of Couch Time with Pastor B.
Couch time.
Again, the reason why we are in here on the couch and not out there.
Oh, come on, it's not that hot.
It's bloody hot, and it makes me cranky. The heat makes me cranky.
Just the heat.
Oh, it's disgusting. So, anyway, so we moved in indoors. We're doing couch time where it's a frosty, cool 55 degrees. So on today's episode, I wanted to invite our bro Steve, aka West Coast, and our squeaky door that Nurse Brooke is opening. I wanted to ask Steve to drop a little truth on you guys. So please welcome to the stage, Steve.
So what I want to share with you guys is something I think happens with all of us, and as a practical example, the last few weeks I've had the privilege to walk alongside one of the guys I was in the house with. Probably one of my closest buds. He was here for 10 of my 12 weeks. Mm-hmm. And what makes that relationship super deep for me is my morning that I left. I remember sitting in the group room, and he had pursued me all morning around breakfast. Hey, do you have a few minutes before you leave? I got a few minutes before you leave. And he laid his hands on me and prayed one of these really touching and incredible prayers with a lot of courage in him. And stuff, and for me, and it was very intimate. I mean, by the time he was done, I was just bawling and stuff. And that I literally have told him a number of times that meant the world to me and stuff. So I obviously went back to the West Coast. God did His thing. I came back here, and we've stayed in touch, me and him. But over the last few weeks, we started meeting kind of regularly because he was kind of, I wouldn't say he was stumbling. He kind of lost his way a little bit as far as believing his identity. And some things were starting to get muddy and confusing for him. And God just gave me a chance to speak truth into him and to remind him of who he was. You talk to us every week when we are in HopeQuest about things not being your identities. That's what you did, or your position as a pastor or an advancement officer or whatever it is that you did. That's what you do. That's not who you are. Yeah. And so I was able to remember that and say, okay, I'm going to take that and speak truth into my brother and stuff, and just remind him. I mean, he has some life changes going on. He's picking up and moving from the Atlanta area to another state and stuff, and it's kind of scary. There's a lot of fear. We talked about that. We fleshed it out. And I said, but wait a minute, time out. I said, that is not who you are. I said, the person I know is that person who spoke truth into me with such courage. And you knew who you were then. I said, I'm just here to help remind you, that's the person that you are. And that person can take any mountain and any hill because that's the man I know to be inside of you. And as I was saying that to him, I could just see his eyes fill up with tears and his lips start to quiver. And his heart was just soaking that in like it was a bucket of healthy dose of truth. And I just felt honored to be able to say, God, thank you for that time at the coffee shop to be able to do that with him, and we're as tight as can be. And yeah, he's going to be farther away from me now. I won't see him every day like I have been able to, but just to have that opportunity. And it reminded me that we need to have guys in our lives, especially guys that went through the house with us. We talk about this at Achievement Night. You have to reach out to guys. We sit there around the bonfire night and we go, oh, I'm going to be buds with this guy forever. Yeah. And we know that doesn't happen. Because you got to be intentional. You got to speak truth in the guys' lives. Yep. And I just had the opportunity to do that. And I thought, Lord, thank you for that opportunity.
Yeah, and I think it's a good reminder. Like, it might be worth picking up the phone as you watch this. Zip a text, make a phone call to somebody you came through the program with, and just check in with. And a good reminder too. I mean, Proverbs tells us life and death are in the power of the tongue. I think it's in Proverbs, Psalms, somewhere in there. Just a good reminder that we typically look for things to complain about or be frustrated about. I mean, that's me today. That's been my attitude today. But it's just a good reminder that what we speak, we can speak life to other people. And there's nothing more, I don't know if there's anything more addicting than looking at a brother who you're speaking life into and you're watching the sails get filled with air again. I mean, it's just really, really cool, and it's those are God moments. And I heard a pastor say, "What a privilege that God lets us handle eternal things. We get to speak into the souls of people. What a cool thing." So that's a good word, West Coast. That's a good word. I start thinking if there's anything. Oh, if you have not sent us your wisdom letter, we need that. So all the info is going to be somewhere in this region here. The other thing is, If you would like to volunteer your porch for an episode of Porch Time or Couch Time,
we have invitations to North Carolina, Oklahoma, New York. Where else do we want to go? We were trying to go to Colorado.
Yeah, so we're working right now on getting an RV and doing a Porch Time Road show. So that's coming. That's in the works.
Maybe somebody up there has one.
If you have an RV or a camper, and you would or a trailer, and you would like to let us use that, we will gladly use that.
Or a big tent and some sleeping bags.
Not a tent, because tents have no air conditioning.
That's true, and we already don't like the heat. That's why we're in here.
Right. So, and again,
just being honest,
if you don't have an RV but you would like to use your porch, we'll gladly get your credit card, book our plane tickets, come to your house, film it for free. So, anyways, But if you seriously, we're working on that. There's some really cool things coming that you just don't even know about. And to whoever keeps sending us snacks, you people are getting a crown, an extra jewel.
I'm still eating that bag of whatever it was, peanut butter M&Ms. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, they're not going away.
Yeah. And whoever sent that big bucket of atomic fireballs, you just keep sending those. So, anyways,
wait, one more thing.
Yeah.
You should be getting an invite soon to the Truck Alumni Network.
Yep.
It's a brand new platform. Yep. You've got content on there. We're posting all the time. It's closed for just us to talk to each other and things. So check it out. It'll be an email or a text message coming from me. Look for that. You may have already gotten it by the time you watch this video. I don't know, but what do you have to say about that?
It's like MySpace 2.0. It's really
MySpace.
awesome.
It was Facebook.
No, we're going back further. Yeah. This is awesome. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Couch Time with Pastor B. And until next time, kids, bye.
Ciao.